Blah, blah, blah. Okay, microphone is working. Thank you, Twitch. Twitch is just like, oh, you can manage your stream from your phone, and it's just like, yes, but also I have this thing called a second screen, so I can just manage it from my computer. Why would I gift Ultra? I don't know people. Just wrapping up a few things here on my end, then we'll get started. I honestly forgot where we left off. Like, I know it's Shrek, but I don't remember which location we are left off on our cleaning adventure with. I know it was one of the locations. I don't remember which one, though. Also, these DLCs. I wasn't expecting them to be this long. Kinda wild, not gonna lie. Oh, just about done on my end. Just gotta check like a couple things. Okay. Oop, and done. Oh, someone on Steam first played this game literally 6 days ago for the first time. And added 4 of the DLC. Wait. That's the base game. And added 3 of the DLCs. I think this one's free. Which one's this? Oh, the Midgar. Okay. That's Final Fantasy VII. But let's go ahead and scooch over. I'm thinking after PowerWash Simulator, we'll do Resident Evil 5. Which, for the reference, I've never played before. The only Resident Evil that I've played prior to streaming it is Resident Evil 4 original. Oh yeah, we had the Dragon Slayer. Watch a lot. You're like a walking fountain of youth. I thought he was gonna say like a walking fountain of clean. Just looking at you adds years to my life. Say, how long do donkeys live for anyways? Wait, am I gonna focus donkey? How long do donkeys live for? Hold on. How long do donkeys live for? 27 to 40 years. That's quite the range. Now everything's settled down and we're taking the kids off to see the world. All of it. Every last waffle. Interesting. And then a brainwave hit me like a huge golden nugget. While we're away, why don't we rent out the pad on Lair B&B? Yeah, that Was Airbnb a thing when this game came out? Oh, hey, Max Payne. The bunny's just a hat. I'm 100% human. In physical form. I'm pretty sure I'm a cat in my brain, though. I'm doing good. How are you doing? Top up the reserves, help us to sleep extra tight at night. Now, donkeys and dragons are relatively clean animals, but this place ain't currently fit for habitation. I know you're the one to bring that sparkle back. I'm glad you're doing good. I got my caffeine. I got my sword washer gun thing, shish kebab, and I got it's Friday. Is that the ogre doll that's in the treasure chest that I'm hearing? Like that squeak at the very end when I close it. It sounds like it sounds like a rubber ducky being squished. Did they actually expect me to clean up fire damage? How? Huh? I guess you can. Listen, there might be a couple things in here that get your back up. Wait, what? Let me just put your mind straight on those. Am I getting back up, or do I have to back them up? Are they... Are they... What? How in the not English is... I'm confused. I feel like that might be intentional, but I'm not sure. Okay, so we don't have to go that far up. But yeah, I'm so glad you're doing good. I'm over here, just also doing alright. Just watching the little grossnesses in the game go bye-bye. Do I have any plans for the holidays? That is a chipped block. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm spending it with my family, my friend's family, or what. But we'll figure it out. Frog. How about you? What are your plans? Don't worry, I don't think I'm gonna be alone for the holidays. I just don't know, like... I don't know yet who I'm gonna spend it with. On the off chance I am alone for the holidays, which is unlikely, but if that does happen, I'll probably just, like, figure something out. I don't know. I might do something fun. But it's so unlikely that I haven't planned for it yet. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm anticipating is gonna happen on my end, but not sure. I don't want to try to, like, predict the future and be like, oh, this stuff's gonna happen, and then it doesn't, and then I'm like, oh, well, I'm the big dumb. Because the last time I predicted a get-together, there were people there that I was not expecting, and people I was expecting that were not there. And I was just like, oh, okay. Hi, people I never met before. So, that was fun. At the very least, there weren't any kids the last time, so it was pretty, I guess, controlled. There wasn't a lot of chaos. Hey, that's what's up. Sometimes you just gotta sit down with your favorite peeps in the fam and be like, oh, what's good in life? And then you gotta talk about stuff. And then you end up, like, dissing the weird uncle that no one really understands why he's there, but he kind of is. And then that uncle, like, spews a bunch of, like, political stuff, and you're trying to, like, tell your uncle to stop being a conspiracy theorist at the dinner table. But he won't stop his rambling. So you gotta kind of, like, kick him out, and then you gotta give him his meds, and then he calms down, and then you can finally have a civilized conversation. The way that you put walks in quotes makes me think that you're doing more than just walking. Max, are you doing illicit drugs on your walks? Am might think through you like you're a piece of plastic. Preferably the soft type, because you can put that on like, on like containers and stuff to keep it fresh. But then you wouldn't be called Max, you'd be called Seal. Also, it's only a crime and it's only bad if you get caught. So even if you are, like, just make sure you're safe. I can't tell you how to live your life. Personally speaking, I'm really happy caffeine is a legal thing because otherwise, I would be sleeping a lot. More than usual. Yes, that's what it's called these days. I see. So if I hear someone younger than myself say that, I know what they're talking about. I think the last time I went for a walk, it was to, like, take a dog on its walk. And the walk ended up being a run, and I ran alongside the dog. And I'm pretty sure that's the first time in a long time that that dog actually got to go outside and run with a person. I was tired. Why are your dogs so fast? Like, this dog was straight up zooming. I should take that dog for another walk. Why is there a random donkey here? The dragon and Shrek can already ride one donkey. Why is there another? I'm so confused. This game doesn't make sense. Oh, there's hearts all over the place. Oh, those are holding the poster up. I was like, why are there dots on the edges? But as long as you're staying safe on your walks, then that's all that matters. And given that you have people to go with, I'm assuming that is the case. Hi, Pillar. Just trying to clean off the corners before I get to the actual, like, parts in the middle. The long-forgotten strategy. So you may see the odd sword here and there. Well, I haven't yet. I mean, there's one there, but... Don't worry, they're just collectibles. Here they are. Uh-huh, whatever you say. Bet you stole them from Shrek. Shiny knickknacks that my beloveds picked up along the way. So, you mean she hoarded them? He's like a big scaly magpie, always looking for something glinting in the sunlight. I honestly don't know what a magpie is. We are cleaning the home of Shrek and Donkey, or Donkey and his dragon wife. Yeah. So the one thing that I don't know how the heck we're cleaning is fire damage. Like, look at the top of the screen. It says that this is fire damage. So I can unincinerate things with water. What in the Pokemon logic is this? I mean, you're not wrong about that. Genetic sequencing in Shrek makes no sense, so I'm not even gonna question it. It's just a thing that... I don't know how it happened. If I tried to do, like, the science behind it, I'm pretty sure I would just, like, keel over and have an aneurysm. I guess we could do the walls next. But first, front door, or lair curtain. Let's get the top first. So I gotta say, if a donkey and a dragon can have kids together, what other animals are possible? Can you imagine a dragon and a mouse? It's like jumbo shrimp. It's an oxymoron. Like, you got these tiny little mice that are also giant, and then they can, like, fly around, and then they nibble on cheese. They're flying cheese monkeys, The idea of flying cheese monkeys is, for some reason, really hilarious. I'm sorry, but we brought up, like, mixing species together, and that's the first thing that came to my mind. Why are you obsessed with flying cheese monkeys? Because it's funny! It's just a funny concept. That's all. It's also really random, and I'm pretty sure that that sentence has not been uttered in a while. The last time that sentence was uttered, someone probably had to take, like, Thorazine or something. I feel like the steam cleaners would probably do a better job with the layer curtain than I would. Like, why am I washing the giant cloth instead of them just taking it to, like, ye olde steam cleaners or something and getting it dry cleaned? Oh, bother. Yay! Yes, let's uncover some of the shinies. Hey, look, a goblet. So, you know how there's different subsects of dragons? How there's like bronze dragons, silver dragons, red dragons, green dragons. I feel like there's one type that would keep their hoard inside of chests and things and keep it organized. Which color do you think that would be? I want to say the brown dragons for brown storage boxes. Or the clear dragon for clear storage bins. Ah, jeez. I'm still stuck on a dragon piping down and making blind cheese. Honestly, that's not even where my brain was going with that. My brain was just like, flying cheese monkeys, full stop. Apparently the candelabra da ba da ba da. No, that's a chandelier, not a kappa da ba da ba. This needs to be cleaned. Okay then. But no, the thought just entered my mind. I didn't think about the process that was required for that. Though, if you're curious, I can find the perfect sound effect for what that would sound like. And because I know you're not going to ask, and I have to scar you for life, it would sound like this. You're welcome. This is the quality content you've come to expect. I don't think that chandelier is perfectly circular. It's like warped. Or is it an illusion? Am I going crazy? What are the architectures going on with this place? You ever just hate cleaning 3D objects? They're so finicky with all their polygons. Oh. You know, with all the collapsed pillars, like this one over here that's kind of like coming down, this one that did come down and used to be over here, you think they would, like, get this fixed up. You would think, you would 100% be like, why don't they just get it fixed up? Again, not 100% sure how we're curing fire damage, but here we are. keep forgetting I can just swap between them on the fly. Might have to stick with the 15 degree nozzle to actually get through the fire damage, because seems a little bit stubborn. Oop, 1 second, getting a phone call. I'll be right back. I gotta go do something real quick. I know we're only like 30 to 40 minutes in, but 5-minute intermission. Boop. I am back. Huh. Hmm. You know, I'm starting to think maybe Donkey's wife might have killed a man. Also, are terms of service really that strict that you can't say that anymore? Or is it just like YouTube? Aw, thank you. We did have more cleaning to finish. I plan to do this whole layer by the time we finish stream today. Which might actually conclude the Shrek DLC, and then we have to figure out what to do next. I might do Wallace and Gromit because I haven't the slightest clue. I don't remember a lot about it. So it might be a good idea to get that out of the way, to do the more relevant things. Of course, to the Wallace and Gromit fans out there, that might be more of your niche, but I never really grew up under, like, I might have seen, like, a movie, and that was it. I know it's basically like a dog that understands is human, and they're British, and they do stuff. And it's stop-motion animation. I know that much. Nice. I guess we'll do this section of the wall next. Because why not? Those are cobwebs. I'm over here wondering why there's like weird like varicose veins all over the walls, and I'm just like, did they kill a bunch of people that had like pulmonary conditions? No, those are cobwebs. Well, that was weird. I got stuck on the ladder. Oh yeah, we were cleaning the edges before I get the walls. You see, it's all a strategy. All a mega elaborate strategy to do, the most efficient job ever, or at least the most interesting. pillister. It's not a pillar, it's a pillister. What the heck is a pillister? I honestly didn't know that was a word. And now I do. I swear, this game and metaphor have made me question my English literacy to no end. I have looked at the grammar and the lexicon they're using in both games, and I have been like, where are they getting these words from? Hey, Fabled. What's up? I am just cleaning pillars. Also reversing fire damage. Don't ask how we're doing that, but we are. I'm very curious how we can clean up fire damage with water, but I'm pretty sure it's just like Pokemon logic or something. I don't know. But yeah, what's up with you? Okay, I guess I got both of those at the same time. I ain't gonna complain. Can I put these fires out? Hold on. I can't! They're eternal fires! Interesting! What in the sorcery's going on here? I can undo fire damage, but I can't undo the fire that's doing the damage. Got any plans for crit miss? Rolling at 20. That's what I plan to do. Pretty sure I have enough dice for that. Depending on the roll, though, I don't know what kind of modifiers I would add. What level would I be in real life? That's pretty much the ultimate question we have to ask ourselves is, in real life, what level are we? Does it depend on your life experiences or how old you are? Like, I know, I thought you meant Christmas, but I decided to go with the literal spelling and address it as such. There's also that sword, shield, and helmet clumped together in a pile. Is it clumpled? Rest assured, they are just coincidentally gathered together like that. No bearing whatsoever on the outline here, huh? Yup. Yup. And the soot outline on the wall behind them. Let me guess, coincidental as well. That's just the lighting playing with your mind. He is literally gaslighting us. Gonna hit him and we're gonna call him Bonky. Ha, got him. Our age, I would probably argue no, because how can you be a level 20 like wizard if you spend your whole life reading books? Like, reading's good, don't get me wrong, but how many books can you read before you can take about 11 more dagger stabs than someone who's been training combat their first 20 years of life? Yeah, the stats are really the hard part to figure out. I'm pretty sure my highest stat would probably be intelligence. I know it's not strength. Because my strength would be like a 6. My common sense is kind of out the window as well. And some people think charisma is like how good you look or something, but it's really your way with words, and I am really bad at speaking. So, I'm pretty sure that would be like average. Like, I'm not horrible at speaking, but sometimes the words don't come to my mind. And like just now, I'll stumble and sputter all over the place like an engine that just stalled, and then, yeah. We get the big dumb moments. I'd probably say my con is rather on the higher side as well. Because even though I don't get out much, I'm fairly healthy and resilient, so there's that. Well, I'd say I'm rather dexterous. I don't think it's anything out of... I don't think it's anything crazy or remarkable. So that's my breakdown. And no one ever suspected that a crime was committed. another important question is to figure out what class you'd be as well. Based off of intelligence being my highest stat, I would probably say with my creative mind and my inventive solutions, I would go artificer. Now, is it pronounced artificer? Is it pronounced artificer? Is it pronounced artificer? But I still say that our level would be based off our life experiences and what we've done. The kind of trials and tribulations we've overcome in life. By that logic, I would also say that people that have a disadvantage from the start probably get an XP boost. Because everything they do is a little bit harder, so they get a little bit more XP from the get-go. Oh, well, I hit 3 at the same time. How about that? Oh yeah, I forgot to answer that question. Am I doing anything for Christmas? Most likely, but I don't have any solid plans. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be something that we're doing, though. Pretty sure I'm just gonna hang out with family, friends, and eat food. Eat a lot of unusual and delicious food. And probably play games. I don't know. I would honestly prefer to have Chinese food, since my mom doesn't celebrate it. Yeah, Chinese food is pretty good. I've been improving one of my recipes that's basically Chinese food, and I've learned how to sort out the ingredients, what to add later, what to add earlier, stuff like that. So I would say it's improved quite a bit, and I can actually make something that's restaurant worthy. shakeness. Shake knees. I don't have enough caffeine for my knees to be shaking, but... Another can of Monster, and probably. Chinese. Chai tea. You are finding some interesting pronunciations for the word Chinese. Or not pronunciations, but like spellings and stuff. I mean, if you're trying to say Chinese, I'm pretty sure it's spelled Chinese. How did that get through? Hold on, I'm just gonna screen cap this real quick. Where did my cursor go? Okay. And... where the heck is the... How do I delete messages? What? Streamlabs, what are you doing? You change things and I don't know what to do. Okay, I can just time them out for like 10 minutes. But that's interesting. Let me go ahead and put that onto a Paint 3D file. And minimize that. Okay, later I'm gonna figure out how they got past the moderation. Do I even have StreamBots activated? It might not be turned on, actually. I think they might have changed this too. Back to dashboard. Here we are. No, yeah, word protection's on. What the heck? Well, somehow the bot got through. I'm gonna have to review the message, compare it to my list, and see what they did. And then adjust accordingly. The other day you got a bot comment from them. You mean from Streamlabs or from, like, a bot on Twitch? Yeah, on Streamlabs, you can make a free account, and then you can get a bot that helps you moderate your content. I just include the phrases that they normally use, and it puts them bye-bye. But I also don't know how, which accounts are hacked, and they're legitimate users trying to get back in their accounts. And which ones are just created to try to promote some sort of shady business. So in case it's just like a legitimate user that got their account hacked into, I don't want to ban them outright forever. Yeah, that comment is definitely, like, made by a bot, for sure. And I feel like I get those pretty much every stream, but it's like only every 3 months that it gets past the filter. And each time I get to add a little something to figure out what they're doing. But I might just restrict comments to people that have been on Twitch for like a week. That might get rid of the bots altogether if they're making accounts the same day and then spamming places until they get reported. That might be the play here. I don't know. I mean, bots don't normally follow me, and even if they do, they're not going to check in on what I'm doing at any given time, right? It's not like I'm buying them. But it would be interesting, you know, to see, like, who's following that isn't actually a legitimate account. Still, it would be nice if I didn't have to deal with these bots every once in a while. Problem is, the whole AI thing is getting more and more powerful, so eventually, like, I feel like bots are going to start becoming more and more indistinguishable from actual humans, and then we're not going to know what's going on until it's too late. I feel like every time I get between these pillars here, it's like I'm flossing between the rocks. Between the baluster. Again, a word I've never seen before. You ate all the cheese in the fridge? That's impossible. We just picked up like 10 pounds of shredded cheese. There's no way that's possible. I mean, I'll look later. If we're actually completely out of cheese after I just bought some, I am going to torture you with an insane amount of random cheeses, and you're going to hate me for it. And I mean an insane amount. If you just mean the mozzarella cheese, and that's a different story. I will do, and you're gonna hate me. It's gonna be too much cheese, even for the cheese Leviathan. Also, I will enjoy the game. Thank you very much. This This donkey has a ton of parts to it. I think I did it. Shukakeru! Greetings, my top 100,000 favorite comedian. I'm glad I'm in the top 100,000. Hey, it's a start. Okay, that part I believe. Should just rename yourself the Tiramisu Leviathan. Destroyer of sweets. Eater of balls. But I'm tith. Truth be told, I'm trying to become a little bit more engaging, funny. No, there's a word for it. What is this book? Huh? The cat serpent got crosshairs and got a headshot. Perfect story. Love it. 10 out of 10. Would read to the babies before they go to sleep again. That's a book of jokes. My name is in it. Badum-tis as well. I've been dead for centuries and I love the chicken. I do like chicken. I think it's my favorite protein. That's because I don't like lamb. I don't like... I mean, pork's okay. Beef's okay, but I'm also not the biggest fan. I feel like chicken is the type of meat that has the less carcassy taste out of all of them. And I don't know how to describe it other than that. Okay, I'm gonna get Expedition 33 first, and then if I have the means, I might give it to you later. If you want barbecue, just like go get some chicken and put some barbecue sauce on it. I don't know. I don't know what barbecue entails. I'm not a barbecue fan. The only BBQ I like is big, bodacious quackers. If you cast that as a leveled spell, you get a bunch of ducks following you. Are those stairs made out of chocolate? No, they're just really, really dirty. Like, insanely dirty. Like, oh my god, why are they so dirty kinds of dirty, you know? Kind of like how that whole treasure pile is just fire all over the place. See, it is gonna get cleaned, but that's the part that, that's the part that, we're here for. That's why we got employed by, apparently, Donkey. I don't know what he does for a job that allows him to pay us $400 for a deep cleaning, but I like to think he's a real estate agent. No, this place looks like a middle school boys' locker room. Probably only smells about half as bad, though. Yeah, well, welcome to middle school. Specifically, middle school boys. They're gross. When in doubt, spread them out and fly off into the sun like a human torpedo. What in the bo are you talking about? Ah, yes, your Facebook. I'm not sure if you should have your phone open to Facebook when that happens, though. I'm going off the canon fact that you said you said Facebook, and I'm gonna run with that. Cause it's funnier. Screw off, Auto Cucumber. You made perfectly good sense in the sense that, like, we're talking about crazy anime, or if Friday nights are just random schizo posting, but that's another story for another time. Zucchini, is that what you call Facebook's owner? Mark Zucchini. Marcus Zucchini. Marcus Zucchini Iceberg. I'm gonna call him that from now on. Wow, I always thought there was maybe some gold here, a jewel there, maybe even the odd collector's scroll or whatever. I thought most of it must be padding, you know. Chocolate coins and milk bottle tops. What do those even look like? But all of it? What, are you gonna say your wife went too far? Donkey. He's gotta be careful or his wife is gonna call him an ass. Hey, apropos comment. If that's what going prone is, so I can get the underside of these pillars, then sure. If you gotta go, Like a flow, just don't whiz on the electric fence. Heard that somewhere. I don't know where it's from, but catchy. Why is my arm so randomly itchy? I blame existence. I literally did that last night. And technically speaking, multiple times today. Yes, well, all of they don't have bidets. I rest my case. This is a PDA. If you don't have a bidet, you should get one. They're life-changing, and you can usually get one online for like 60 to 70 bucks at the most expensive, 30 on the low end. And as long as you can follow directions and you're okay with a little bit of self-plumbing, that's not that hard. You too can set one up. They even include all the tools in the little box they send you. You just have to be a little bit brave and, able to shut the water off. And set aside like a good hour just in case something, goes awry. Some of the more premium bidets also have a hot water section, so like, you don't turn into a popsicle for a full minute. Big Mr. Freeze energy. Does anyone else remember that movie? I think it's like Batman Forever. It's the one with George Clooney and the bat nipples. And I think Arnold Schwarzenegger was the, was Mr. Freeze. It's also the one with the bat credit card. You know, from an outside perspective, it sounds like I'm making it up, but it really did happen. Wait, what's Farquaad's crown doing here, huh? Hey, Donkey, did you kill my previous employer? Or rather, did your wife do it? Because if so, how am I supposed to get my W-2 from him? Wait, independent contractors don't get W-2s, do they? Wait, if I'm a night power washer employed by the kingdom, am I a full-time employee or am I a contract employee? And if that is the case, what's the medieval IRS and should I fear them? Is that just the king's, like, knights or whatever? And they keep a ledger on what everyone pays, and if you don't pay up, they, like, come to your house and then they, like, terrorize you or something? Should I be mortified of the Farquaad IRS? I feel like the answer is an unconfirmed yes, but I don't know. Farquaad looks like the kind of guy who would use Norton security, and he would not pay for it. Like, he'd either pirate it or he would use the free version. Questions about the Shrek universe that I have no answers for whatsoever. I mean, assuming that this is the last level, it's not going to really matter all that much because the next area we're going is another DLC. I can at the very least load one in, and anyone who's still watching can vote on what the DLC I should do next. I kind of want to save Warhammer for last, though. Mostly because a lot of Warhammer games are currently being, like, updated and stuff. And I want to have, like... I want to have one that's kind of on deck, quote-unquote, with the most current releases, if that makes sense. Whoops. I did not mean to do that. Oh, okay. I was like, the progress bar is not low enough for this small bit of dirt. Nope, it was. Game sure likes throwing me off. Throwing me for a little loop. That reminds me, I wonder if I should play Baldur's Gate 3 on stream. The Poison Apple! Is that like a tavern? It sounds like a tavern. Isn't that the bar from Shrek? I honestly don't remember. It has been such a long time since I've seen Shrek, one of my Sean Connery, that I don't remember what, like, the different places are. It might be, though. It sounds like the name of a tavern. Also, hi, welcome. I need to go on, like, a Shrek marathon / watchathon to catch myself up on the lore again. Isn't there, like, another movie coming out, like Shrek 5? Oh, that's a chandelier. Guess we can try to use a long extension. Or stand in the middle, use the extra long, and try to get the little sections here. Wait, everyone guessed a plot of 5, so they're redoing it? Like, hold on, is this another Sonic the Movie moment where they just, like, the fans are basically forcing the producers to redo the whole thing? Is that actually happening? That is amazing! Like, actually, that's kind of hilarious, but also kind of like, how long did they spend crafting this plot, putting it through the ringer, sifting it like a bag of flour, and then at the end of it, everyone's like, oh, this is a plot, and they're like, gosh darn it, we gotta throw out the whole thing and start from scratch. I also have to wonder how much they let leak that fans could guess the plot from whatever material they had. Like, it's moments like that that allow me to confirm that, yes, we are getting smarter as a species. It just depends on who you talk to. It was one trailer, it was that obvious. And they never thought to, like, have it proofread or something, like... I don't know, it seems like it's a major L on their part. They should have thought about, like, hey, are we giving away, the whole ballpark? Is that the saying? I don't know. Butter break. My throat's getting scratchy. I guess we'll get the rest of the wall. But that's hilarious. If you can link me the source of that, that would be great. Because I want to read that before I go to sleep tonight. Certifiable laughter moment. And then sleep, sleep, night, night. That is a giant cookbook. I was gonna say, what is this, a cookbook for dragons? But that's probably actually what it is. How to make honey roasted human parts. You will need one human named Chuck, so that when you cut him into pieces and you throw him in the pot, you can say that you're making beef chuck. Ba, 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 da, ba, ba. it's a banner, but it kind of looks like a flag a little bit. Like, banners are just, like, drapeable flags that are differently shaped. And if you combine dragon with flag, you get flagon. And that is the name of what you drink out of. What you drink your ale out of in the medieval ages. Now that does beg the question, what is the difference between a flagon and a tankard? Why is there a giant pot here? Why is there hot sauce? Also, hello Iron Fist Alexander, how you doing? Go ahead and get the base here cleaned up a little bit. So, fun fact, I think it's Toy Story 1 or 2. They actually lost the entire movie, or it might have been Shrek 1 or 2. It's one of those movies. They lost the entire movie in, like, some disaster. And one of the employees backed up the entire movie files on their computer. And that's the only reason they were able to keep it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I read that and I'm like, that is insane, because that's the kind of thing I would do. I think they had to recreate a few scenes, but it was only like a few weeks of work to get that back up to speed instead of like actual years. But this just goes to show how important having offline backups are. To get your most important files that you can't live without. And then every week or so, or whenever you change them, depending upon how often you access them, plug in an external drive and back them all up. And if that drive ever dies, you just go out and buy a new one as soon as humanly possible. When you move, make sure that you check your backup and make sure that it's alive. Choice C. Hold on, was my recipe prediction correct? Nightly treats. Ingredients: 1 night deboned, 2 bushels of celery, fresh bushel of watercress, handful of onions, pinch of salt, dash of pepper, 4 gallons of hot... That's a lot of hot sauce. To start, first debone the night and... I can't read a lot of this. You will need an entire something for this recipe. Roughly chop the onions and celery and something them for 5 minutes and lightly colored. Optionally, something shelf them. Not enough? Fill the cauldron halfway. Fill the deboned... Oh, add the deboned night. And then... leave on a low simmer for about 5 hours. Afterward... something for seasoning? Adding the salt and pepper to... I can't read that. Alongside the recommended armor of hot sauce. I think that's what it says. Make sure the night is tender to your something before serving and remove any armor plates. They're imbued the soup with enough flavor. Finish off with some fresh porridge of weakness and more salt. I can't read a lot of that because that is just... that is the worst resolution ever. Can I up it actually? Let me check. Okay, what happens if I do that? Oh, good lordy. That is blurry as all sin. What is... okay, we're just gonna go back. Good to know I could have put it on 2.0 render scale, though. Still can't read a lot of it, but we tried our best. At least towards the end of this game, I figured out that I didn't have the settings maxed out, so there's that. Stacy's mom has got it going on. I literally don't know who Stacy is. The last person I met that was named Stacy was literally like 3 generations away from me or something. Oh, it's the name of a song. Well, that's cool. I apparently have never heard of it. Yeah, that checks out. That's probably why I don't know about it. Which is crazy, because growing up I had to learn a lot of old songs. But even that seems like it was a bridge too far. Or old. Anyway, can I interest you in the Alexander Warrior jar that we have at home? That song is from the early 2000s. Then I clearly have never heard of it. Is it like a pop song or something? Hip-hop? I feel like it's pop. I mean, I am the richest donkey in the world. I think I might be. Probably. Okay, there's King Midas. He'll be number 1. He only has to touch something to add a 0 to his numbers. Yeah. But I don't think King Midas is a donkey. But I'm definitely number 2. I'm the number 2 richest donkey in the world. That's the title. He should get a golden tooth. Thanks a million, or should I say a gazillion? Why not a donkillion? I see you're even past the vibe check. I mean, the vibe check is not that hard. All you have to do is be nice to people. But I think it might be old, but I also don't listen to, like, certain genres of songs. I literally don't know what's coming out these days. I, like, listen to nu metal from the, early to mid-2000s, and that's, like, the genre that I like to listen to. Like System of a Down, Toxicity kind of, music. That's my jam, 'cause I'm the butter. If you were a brand of butter, what brand would you be? That's one question I'm not gonna have an answer to, though. Oh boy, I sure like washing these polygons. I wonder if there's like a PC stress test that like keeps doubling polygons until your system crashes. And how many that the most powerful gaming PC currently that people can put together, how much that can handle. I am pressure washing a dragon's room. And pressure watching. I'm watching out for when he's going to annihilate me into fire damage. Well, technically it'd be a she, but... Rawr! If you're tired, Donuts, you should get some sleep. Unless you want to wait until I'm done here. I'm 84% cleaned out. And counting. I don't know, I'm not gonna force ya. It's like pop rock. You know, I really liked that candy growing up. Nowadays, I don't need pop rocks to hear fizzling. All I have to do is try to get up from sitting. My knees will do that for me. Hashtag getting old joke. Try breaking this up into sections. I've noticed that when I break this up into sections, it's a lot easier to manage. We'll tackle this section next. But yeah, I might have to look that up later. I might have heard it, and I just never knew that that was the name of the song. Because sometimes it's hard for me to understand lyrics when there's, like, instruments in the way. Ah, yes. Clean the treasure chest. You know, it kind of looks a little like your typical treasure chest. Like what you would think of as a treasure chest if you just found one, like, lying around. I wonder if this is the same treasure chest that you'll find, like, in the sea levels in this game. Like the aquarium treasure chests, if this is just a blown up version, or if they made this one specifically, like the outside, if they made it specifically for this DLC. Clean. I thought I got the goblet. Guess not. Well, would you look at that? Another random sword! I feel like every level has some sort of achievement, and I wonder if the one for this one is swinging from the chandelier. You know, like that one song that came out that's really popular. They don't stop playing on the radio for some reason. I kind of want to try it, to be honest. Darn it! Take two. If I can get up here. Oh yeah, I forgot that I have force powers. Well, we're successful. Alright, everyone, pack it up. We can go home now. I did everything in this DLC. I swung from a chandelier, that's all that matters. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the achievements in this game are based on, like, cleaning something before something else. Instead of things that actually seem like achievements. So I wonder if they, like, change things up in the second game. It'd also be great if hair stopped getting right in front of my right eye. For no reason whatsoever. It's funny because my bangs right now are the opposite of what it looks like on my character. Basically, I'm flipped. It's like I'm mirrored or something. And my hair wasn't be acting. What the heck? It wasn't behaving like this or acting like this until I started streaming today. It is wild. I think my hair is trying to betray me or something. I don't know. Yeah, did we get the frog statue last or next? I kind of want to do it last, honestly. We are wrapping this up real quick. Oh, yeah, here's the fire damage. That's going to slow us down for a bit. And perfect. Alright, that's a call from the audience. To the two people watching, what do you want me to play for the next DLC after Shrek? I'll leave the vote to you. You know, unless you're dead or if you fell asleep, then I'm probably gonna decide on my own. You want me to do Wallace and Gromit? I was gonna pick that next since, again, I don't know anything about it, so I wanted to get it out of the way. And I suppose try to get a little bit more of my Wallace and Gromit lore fixed and updated. That was probably the worst British accent I've ever done, and I probably offended someone. I swear, when I actually try, it's a lot better. But I kind of have to get in the mood for it. I can't just do it on the spot. know, like when that freaking hamster-looking dude from Metaphor decides to poke his ugly head. Or Milo, that stuck-up little porcupine-eating person. Then I give them really, really pompous accents. Like Elven British we're talking about. At the end of that one, we'll decide which one to do next. I think that's how we're just gonna do it. Whoever's around for the last part of the game, we'll do like a little mini vote based on who says what, and then we'll play the next DLC based off that. I like that idea. So we also have how many DLCs before I'm actually done with the game? We still have the seasonal specials of the ice rink, the cruise ship, Santa's workshop. We're almost done Shrek. This actually is the last episode, or mission. We've got Wallace and Gromit, Alice's Adventures, Midgar, SpongeBob SquarePants, Back to the Future, Warhammer 40k, and Tomb Raider. That's at least, like... One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Multiply by 5. We're looking at like almost 40 missions remaining. Wow, my voice really caught there for no reason. No, wait, SpongeBob. Hey, look, I found the Chaos Emerald. Or the Master Emerald. Someone call Knuckles the enchilada. We found the Master Emerald. What is going on? Oh. My phone's telling me to send people invites. How about no? I mean, we can always do SpongeBob next. That's not a problem. Yay! That does not look like a golden egg. That looks like a elongated golden basketball. That looks like artificial intelligence decided to start selling things on Temu, and then they decided to make a basketball. That is 100% what that looks like, no cap. For real, for real. And now for the next question. For the chat. When I started playing this game, I didn't expect it to be like literally 150 to 200 missions, or at least it's what it feels like, of power washing various levels. It takes hours at every level. So the question here is, do we cycle out between PowerWash Simulator when I have a week where I want to just chill out for a bit, and Resident Evil on weeks where I can handle a little bit of horror? Or should we just finish this game off and keep the vibes going? Why do I say it like that? Just realized I'm asking my chat for permission if I can be scared. Because, like, on one hand, I kind of want to play Resident Evil since I didn't expect this game to be this long. And I kind of miss it a little bit. But on the other hand, horror games are a little off my normal repertoire of what I like to play. But Resident Evil is survival horror. And 4 and 5 aren't even survival horror as much as they're like basically third-person shooters with an aspect of survival in them. And they also happen to be a little scary at times. All I know about 5 is that Chris Redfield's in it. There's some girl named Shiva, which makes me think of like the Hindu goddess. And the enemies are basically taken right from RE4. And it's probably also running on RE4's engine as well. So what do you think, chat, before I finish the frog off? Resident Evil 4 or 5? Or finish this game off? And all the DLCs? That is the play here. Of course, Crown is a separate entity. That is this game just wrapped up. The crown is always separate. Gotta respect the royalty. Mr. Harold, you have some schmutz on your face. Let me blast it off. Yay! I got both of those. Oh. I don't remember missing anything in that small treasure pile, but okay. That was a tricky chest. finally got the little to-do list. So we got gallery baluster posts. Oh, there's like one of them. Gallery arch wall decorations. And gallery arch wall capitals. So I'll make some capitals. That one. I saw the dirt. That'll do it, Donkey. Complete the Dragon Slayer job. Woo! Boshalot. Oh, this is Shrek. Donkey asked me to see you out as he's still adding up his newfound wealth and doesn't want to lose count. Judging by how quickly he's running through those numbers, I'd say you made him pretty happy, though. So happy, in fact, they're paying for our clan to tag along on their round-the-world trip. Not sure who's less ready for that, us or the world. Guess I have you to thank for that. Although, if you think this is going to make me turn over a new cleaner leaf, think again. Seriously, though, thanks for everything from all of us. Shrek. And that's a DLC! So I guess we're doing SpongeBob next, huh? Who watches the pineapple under the sea? Dive in and clean the quirky buildings and vehicles of Bikini Bottom. SpongeBob! I mean, we're probably gonna do this next time, but I can at least get started. With Conch Street Bikini Bottom. We can take a sneak peek at, what it, how you look and all that. SpongeBob SquarePants. It is a power washer. Boy, are we glad you're here. We all woke up this morning to find our houses completely covered in dirt, and none of us can figure out how. Absolutely nothing happened last night, except for the surprise birthday party for my pet snail, Gary. It was amazing. Everyone showed up, even the two worms from Rock Bottom, and the sea monkeys, and Dennis. We probably made the most mess by anyone ever, but we definitely cleaned up afterwards. Or did I fall asleep and dream that bit? Anyway, our neighbor Squidward blames us. He says that if his house isn't clean by the time he gets home from making comedy hour at the gala, then he'll do something that we'll all regret. If you clean all three, we'll give you all the Krabby Patties you can eat. I'm sure Mr. Crab won't mind. Maybe. Jellyfish! I can't wash it. Why do I sound like that? Who am I playing as? So we got the Power Washer, the Deep Cleaner 4000. Oh, we're literally a standard fish. A bottomite. The bottomite returns. I sound like my feet are made of rubber bands. Oh, this is as far as I can go. This is a pretty big map for something that I'm getting paid 125 for. Seems like the map boundaries are very circular. Well, on Sunday for my metaphor stream, I'm probably going to find out what to do and make a decision by then on whether to start this DLC or to just get started with Resident Evil and then play this on weeks where I'm like, I don't really want to play a horror game right now. But we will decide that later. Can I pop the bubbles? I cannot. I see Patrick Starr decided to shard himself. I'm so old that I know that that's a floppy disk. So if that just gives my age away, there you go. But yeah, I'm gonna head off for the night. It's getting kind of late, and I need to take a little something to eat and head off to bed. So I'll see all of you later. Have a good night. I will power wash SpongeBob's pineapple another day. But it's cool to know that we're playing as, like, you're saying, your bog standard fish. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Have a good night, and bye-bye.